Hey, eBay sellers, it's Suzanne coming to you from a cold and foggy mountaintop today. It's really not pretty outside. I will put some pretty footage at the end of the video so you can see what it looks like when it is a pretty day. Anyway, I had a fun sale I wanted to tell you about because you may not know this. I sold this tattered quilt that I've had for 20 years. It was just in a closet, wasn't using it. It sold for $125. So that was kind of shocking. And you might not know something this torn up and beat up and not perfect looking would even sell. So let me tell you the inspiration for this video. A friend came to visit for a few days, and we went to one of those antique malls where the stuff in it is really not antique. It's just booths where people sell all kinds of interesting home decor and other kinds of items. So it's called the Cotton Mill Exchange. And this place was gigantic. I don't know how many booths they had in there. I'm sure it's over 100. It took us almost 2 hours just to walk through and look at everything. So, a very cool place with restaurants and all kinds of interesting spaces. They actually took an old cotton mill, which there are a lot of in the South, and restored it to a nice public place with lots of fun things to do. So we checked that out. And one thing we saw a few times was these tattered quilts. And I looked at the prices on them and I knew these would sell, but I didn't know how much they would go for. So I actually had two of them that I've been dragging around with me for like 20 years. I just didn't ever use them. They were folded up, stored away in a closet, and both were given to me a really long time ago. So I said, what the heck? I'm going to try this. And the first one sold in just a few days. The size is 96 by 96, so it fits a king size bed or larger. But what you might not know is why people want these. They are home decor, rustic farmhouse, shabby chic. It's just a home decor thing. And maybe somebody bought this one and is going to resell it in their antique booth for more than they paid me for, which that's perfectly fine. I don't care. I got my money out of it. It cost me $0 and it sold for 125 in just a few days. So if you're not aware, these tattered quilts will sell for good money. If you have any that you're willing to part with that aren't family heirlooms, that kind of thing. And a side note on that, I'm thinking some of you might assume that I don't own any items with sentimental value. And that is not true. In fact, I'm going to do a few videos on some of the items that I have that belong to my grandmother, my great aunt, other people in the family that I have kept. And I don't sell every single thing I own, but this was an item that I wasn't using and I saw the value on it, and maybe somebody else can use it. They could display it in their log cabin or their rustic farmhouse style home, and it would be a beautiful treasured item. It was just sitting in my closet, so why not pass it on to someone else who could use it? So here's the listing again: vintage tattered quilt, 96 by 96. I put an asking price of 150 and got an offer of 125 in just a few days. So I was happy with that. Your next question might be, how did I ship it? Well, I love space bags. So I folded it up, put it in a space bag, sucked it down, and then wrapped it in a couple of poly mailers that I had cut. And I do have several videos in the premium library about shipping. That's where I'm putting my shipping videos because as things happen, I am documenting it and making these videos so that when you have these types of items to ship, you can look at what I do and make a note of that. Remember, all the videos in the premium library are downloadable. So you could join for a month and download all videos and never come back. And that's totally fine. So I hope you learned something new. Take a second look at quilts at thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, because the average person does not know that something so beat up and torn up and tattered would sell for so much money. And you're not average. You're an eBay seller. You're smarter than the average person. Okay, here is a little bit of video footage and some photos from my back porch in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, where I am loving life. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day on eBay. Bye.